Alright guys, it's time to talk about Mantra or OM on the channel once again. Now we last looked at this on the 20th of July, which is this candle right here. And if you zoom in, you can see we're quite a bit below that at the moment. So it did close up at about 36 cents on that day, but we find ourselves fighting with 28 cents. So we're about 8 cents less than where that was. Now, today, we did break through this daily resistance here at about 25.5 cents. And the next resistance is up here again at 32.77 cents. So we did break that on the 20th, and we tried to hold a couple of candles here. It looks like we held, this candle and this candle. But the next day on 22nd of July, we fell down. We even broke the support at 25.39. And yeah, we just recently today broke this resistance. Now, if you're not aware of Mantra, guys, you can see that there was this giant drop right here on the 13th of April. Now, a lot of people think this was a rug pull. I personally also think this was a rug pull myself. And there's no way a crypto can drop 90-95% and it not be a rug pull, guys. So, but I do need to kind of point out something. And it's a little bit hard to show you, but this could actually, in fact, be a big, giant cup and handle. But more than likely, this is not where it's going. So just want to show you kind of this rounded bottom, though. And guys, if it were to kind of shoot up and complete this little cup, which, I don't think is going to do. But okay, let's just entertain the idea. It does something like this, guys. So it comes up, we get this, and then we do something like this, and then we break. Well, the target of that would actually be, let's just make kind of an approximate target, and let's just do this for fun. It would be something like, yeah, almost 12, yeah, let's say $12.30. So probably not going to happen, but maybe I can, give someone hope. But yeah, it would have to, come something like this, and then do something like this, and then break, and that would be your cup and handle. Now, looking at the volume here, guys, you can see that it's really hard to see, actually. We are somewhere around here, but we are above the point of control. Point of control is 20.8 cents at the moment, guys. So, yeah, we are trading almost at 28 cents, like I said. So that's a good thing. Now, if we can get above about 42 cents, that would take us to this next little candle here. And if we can get above about, let's just say 80 or so cents, guys, that would, get above this candle. And then you have one more small candle right here, which basically, if you get above about $1.15, you really have no more volume to go up here. Now, taking a quick look at the Bollinger Bands, guys, on a monthly time frame, you can see this is pretty flat up here, this line. And this line also is slightly coming up, but basically it's not pinching together on a monthly time frame. Basically, it got its pinch back here in like December of 2023. It's hard to see, though. But anyways, the weekly time frame, actually these lines are coming together, and but it's still quite wide here. So we don't have anything like over here back in November of 2024. But yeah, these are eventually going to pinch probably in the next several weeks, I would say. Now, on the daily time frame, and this is probably really hard to see, I do have to zoom out a lot, but it did get kind of a pinch back here in mid-July, and end of the middle part of July there at like the 19th, 18th, maybe even slightly more of a pinch back here in the 11th, 12th, and 13th. So it did get a little bit of a pop here. But so far, this line is coming up slightly, but this one is a little bit flat. So in my opinion, the weekly time frame looks the best when it comes to the Bollinger Bands, and the longer the time frame, the better. So we just need the weekly to pinch in a little bit more, like I said, and I think we're going to get a pretty big pop with Mantra here. Now, looking at the RSI and stochastic here, guys, the stochastic is very low, and this is just about to cross this red line. So This is a good sign. It is probably about to turn to the upside here. The RSI here, flat pretty much. And let's see if this starts to curve up, if the stochastic will move up. Now, that's the monthly time frame. Looks good in my opinion. Weekly time frame, it looks like the blue line is turned down, about to cross this red line, unfortunately. So the RSI, though, is a bit flat, but it's pretty low. So not too bad. But yeah, I do anticipate maybe something like this, at least on a weekly time frame, where we have this dip. I don't know if this will take weeks and weeks and weeks to get back up. That's not really typical, but yeah, this was really a long period of flatness, basically, and you just don't see that like that very often. So on the daily time frame, guys, let's take a look. It is coming up pretty, steeply here on stochastic. So the daily time frame actually looks good. So monthly and daily, not bad. Weekly could be, a little better. Let's look at the lower time frame. So it is getting overheated here on stochastic. RSI is not overheated yet, but still slightly pointed up. So mixed signal there. 1 hour time frame. Actually, the blue line has just crossed the red line and probably about to head up once again. So RSI is trying to avoid becoming overheated. So not too bad there. And the 15-minute time frame, yeah, it's actually this blue line is trying to cross the red line here. So yeah, I do anticipate probably a move up here on the 15-minute time frame. A little bit flat in the RSI, but again, in neutral territory. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, this could move up a little bit more. But that weekly time frame does worry me a little bit. It's eventually going to move down. I just hope it doesn't move down for so many weeks like it did, as you saw there, where it was very flat. That's just not typical, though. So yeah, you don't see it like that very often. But anyways, guys, maybe we can get up to about 32.77 cents here and hit this resistance. But then maybe we'll have a little bit of a cool off. Now, one more indicator to consider, guys, is the MACD. So we do have a bearish MACD here on the monthly. However, I do think this is probably about to start curving back up. Now, this is a very slow indicator because it's a monthly indicator. But yeah, it is bearish here. It does have dark red candles here, but I do believe this is probably about to start fading and come back up and do something like this, guys. Now, on a weekly time frame, let's take a look here. It's actually printing a tiny little green right there. So the blue line, I mean, look at this, guys. It is just about to cross that red line. So on a weekly time frame MACD, momentum does appear that it's starting to go up. Now, the daily time frame, let's take a look, and we have to really zoom in. But yeah, it's actually getting a little bit less bearish because you do have these lighter reds here. And yeah, if we zoom in, this blue line is just about to cross that red line to the upside. So on the longest time frame that I usually look at, the monthly, a little bit bearish, but the weekly and daily, not too bad. So I do think, we're going to see some better days from Mantra here, and we just have to be a little bit patient with it. I hope they fixed whatever rug pull that was. I hope that can never happen again. I hold just a little bit of this, guys. I don't recommend putting your life savings into it, but from what I know, they are still building on Mantra. Now, looking at Mantra here, it's the number 255 coin, guys. The max supply is infinite, actually. The circulating supply is still just 1 billion, basically. That isn't too bad. Now, the all-time high, if we go down, is about $9, as it says here. So we have about a 97% discount. Now, do I think this is going to hit its all-time high? Probably not, guys, because there's going to be a lot of people that fear buying this coin. So, still, the circulating supply is low, but what I think is probably Mantra is going to get up to something like maybe $2, $3, $4 or something like this. It's not going to go all the way back up, though. It's just probably not possible, at least this bull run, until people can gain trust. They can see that whatever this was has been patched. And yeah, I do hope we make it up to about $3 or $4. That's my goal for this one. I would be surprised if it got any higher, though. Now jumping over to Bitcoin, guys, we do have a bullish engulfing candle from the previous day, which is interesting because yesterday we had a bearish engulfing candle from that previous day. So yeah, it's interesting that, you know, usually that signals bullishness or bearishness, guys. But anyways, we're sitting at 115, 100 basically. We still have the resistance at about 116 to, you know, get over. Now, taking a look at the CME futures, guys, you can see we still have this inverse head and shoulders in play. Now, we have actually come down to basically retest this neckline, and we haven't really broken that neckline. We have a candle from the 1st of August that really just sat on that line, got a major bounce. We did come back to fill this gap. Now, that gap has been filled. You see this wick from yesterday, it closed that gap. So that's actually a good thing. That's actually bullish. Let's see. In the next 2 minutes, though, this will close until tomorrow. Now, jumping over to Ethereum, guys, we are overcoming the 3646 resistance at the moment. So we are about, let's say, about $40 above that at the moment. I do think we will close the daily candle above this. The next resistance after that will be this 38.35 mark, basically at the top of this Fibonacci. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. So check out these links, guys. I have partnerships with 10 exchanges, and you can actually check out MoodX here. You get a free 7-day trial, and you could follow me on X here. Now, looking at the total market cap, guys, we have gotten a rejection again today at 3.73 trillion at the moment, as you see here. Unfortunately, we do need to cross that barrier. Now, the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, is getting over a barrier today. So this 1.42 trillion right now, we are just slightly over that. However, if we zoom in, we have gotten a rejection at 1.43 trillion, which is a monthly resistance. Now, as for the Bitcoin monthly returns, August is just slightly bearish at the moment. We were down about 2% earlier today, but the average is 1.58% to the upside. So, you know, August looks like it's probably the worst month for Bitcoin, but September also isn't too good, but usually Q4 is pretty good. Now, if we jump over to the dominance, guys, it is falling, and this is a good thing. 61.7, so it did hit this neckline, got a rejection, and looks like it's going to lose support. Now, still, we have almost 3 hours, so keep that in mind. It can still, you know, find support here and go back up, but this is a good sign. Now, another good sign is the USDT dominance, guys. It is falling as well, so it does need to lose this 4.31% mark, but it is going down, so that's a good sign also. Now, if we jump over to the dollar index, it is also falling, and when this falls, we have a stronger Bitcoin. So, yeah, we are up at about 115,000. So, yeah, this shows you, you know, the dollar actually has something to do when it comes to Bitcoin. Now, oddly enough, the altcoin season index did cool from a 39 to a 37 today. Liquidation heat map is only about 206 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours, so that's not too bad, guys. Now, fear and greed still 54. We're going to get the next update in about 3 hours. And the bull market peak indicators, guys, still 0 from 30 have been hit. It's 100% hold, and the pi cycle top indicator still has not crossed. Now, tomorrow isn't really too important when it comes to macroeconomic news, as you see here, guys. Now, the MoodX dashboard does show we do have a risk-off sentiment now, so not good. The trend is actually growing, unfortunately. We had a slightly green day today, as you see, 0.01. So, yeah, let's see what tomorrow brings. Now, it looks like 93% chance now we're going to get a cut, so that's actually a good thing, too. The Trueflation is showing 1.74%. So, again, we're well below the Fed's expectations. Now, jumping over to crypto bubbles, it actually looks pretty good today. So we only have a few reds here, fortunately. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinondo. There's 11 deals that were found for Mantra. And yeah, be careful. You have to lock up your coins for some amount of days to get these percentages. Although you do have flexible here. And yeah, like I said, there's 11 deals. Be careful. Don't just blindly send your Mantra anywhere, guys, because sometimes these deals are not updated. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, And like I said, check out those deals that I have below in the description. And if you use my link, of course, I do get some commission, but it's very low, guys. But it helps keep me motivated. It helps keep this channel going. And guys, I will see you in the next one.